What's going on, everybody? This is Jemo back again, bringing you back-to-back gameplays on the map Terminal. But before I continue, I wanted to wish each and every single one of you a happy New Year's. I hope everybody's been enjoying the holidays. Alright, so let's get this game started. So this first gameplay that I'm bringing you, it's a Hardcore Domination gameplay. Now, this particular gameplay is actually about 2 weeks old. And the reason that I wanted to bring you this gameplay is for two reasons. Number one, it's because, well, before I tell you why, you see me moving left to right, and that's because I'm moving in the direction that I hear any sound movement. So just in case I need to shoot right away, I'm already facing the enemy, and that'll allow me to be able to win that fight, more times than none. But yeah, so the number one reason that I wanted to bring this particular gameplay is because I'm playing with another great player that goes by Rocksteady, but instead of the letter S, it's the number 5. Check out his name, which you will see in the kill feed more than enough times. You will also see him in my related channels, because I'm constantly checking out his channel, because he has great content and he is a beast of a player. And I'm also playing with a lot of his friends who are also great players. So, real quick, you see me fall back behind the security checkpoint, behind this table right over here. This is the perfect spot if you happen to be inside of this map area to be able to call in your score streaks, or if you need to fall back, reload your weapon, or just retreat for whatever reason. Now you see the security screening side on my left side. If you also look straight ahead, you can also get kills there from time to time. Now right now you see me get a Scorchers, and you see me get killed. And that's because Rock and all his friends, they are they're basically just capturing machines. They capture everything, so I kind of already expected to get killed for team killing, which leads me into the score streaks that I recommend using whenever you play this map, and that is the UAV and the shock sentry. As far as for the third score streak, it's up to you. You can run whatever you feel may be successful for you. In this particular gameplay, I'm using the Warden. Now, the other two score streaks that I'm using, it's the UAV and the drone package. Now, the reason that I'm using the drone package instead of the shock sentry, like I recommended, it's because at this particular level that I was in when I played with them, I didn't have a lot of things unlocked, including the shock sentry. And so, if you're going to be playing hardcore, I recommend staying away from the Trinity Rocket, Scorchers, and Bombardment. And the reason that I don't recommend using those if you're playing hardcore is because there's a very good chance, especially if you're playing with randoms, that you can end up, killing yourself or, team killing. So for core, you can use the UAV, shock sentry, and again, any other score streak that you want. And that is if it's core. Now, the reason that I recommended using the UAV is because if you saw just a few seconds ago when I was standing, or actually kneeling right next to the steps that are next to me, is because I knew that the enemies were going to be spawning right behind me. Now the UAV, even if the enemy is wearing Ghost, you'll be able to see where your teammates are at, so you will be able to kind of predict where the spawn is going to be and when to start looking in that direction. So if your teammates are, like, say, all the way to the right side of the map, then you're going to have to look to the left side. So that's why I use the UAV a lot. Even if your enemies are wearing Ghost, looking at the direction where your teammates are, you'll be able to tell where the enemies are. You see me place the mini turret there, and the shuttle gate area. That's the area that will be my main focus every time that I hold this area down. There's always enemies coming from that direction. You saw my mini turret be able to take somebody from me, and that's a blind spot area of mine. Now you see me come back over here, and the reason you saw me come right back is because I knew that after the mini turn got that one kill, I knew that I was about to get my UAV and another drone package. And since I already had a drone package available, I wanted to call it in so that it wouldn't go to waste. One of the worst things that you can do is waste a score streak. So one of the things that I do when I play hardcore is keep track in my head of how many points I need before I'm getting to my next score streak, so that I won't waste any score streaks. And you see me pick up this Thor, and the Thor lasts a minute long, so we'll be skipping ahead most of it. So you don't see me pretty much, just laying down on the floor, just controlling the score streak for a whole minute. So I'm going to be skipping forward. And you see I have another drone package to be able to call in. Now, again, normally I would have a shock sentry instead. And the reason I like using the shock sentry is because along with the mini turret, I can place the shock sentry in another area that will be able to cover another blind spot area of me, so I can just focus on one direction. As far as what weapon I would recommend you using, I would recommend you using any weapon that you feel comfortable using to be able to kill at medium to long range. I don't recommend you using a shotgun or a submachine gun. So any assault rifle or LMG is what I would recommend you using, whichever one you're comfortable with. Now this is why I like the UAV, so I can look at the minimap and you saw all my teammates in front of me, so that told me that it was time for me to go behind the room and start looking towards my side, because they were about to spawn in that side of the map right next to me. You see this right here? So this is exactly what I mean. So I was getting ready to go into their spawn and try to get one last kill, but I got beaten to it. So anyways, I finished his first match with 31-3 with Rocksteady and his friends. So now let's get into the second gameplay, and this is without him. Now this particular gameplay is a more recent gameplay. As you can see, I'm running with a Mauler Mammoth. I'm playing TDM instead of Domination, and again it's Core versus Domination. So once again, you see me focus on the shuttle gate area. Now you saw where I placed the cryo mine, which I forgot. That's another thing that I like to use, and that's to pretty much warn me, just like it did right now, when an enemy is about to be running towards a blind spot area, which is what I called an area that I'm not able to see whatsoever. So as you can see, there's always enemies trying to come towards the luggage and security checkpoint area, especially once you get a few kills. They're going to be trying to come after you. Also, since this is a more recent gameplay, I actually have the shock sentry and some of the other stuff that I like unlocked, so you will see me use the shock sentry on this one. Now the key thing when you're not playing with friends is, or even when you are playing with friends, is to constantly be moving around. You saw me needing to reload, so I ended up coming all the way back so that I can reload. So remember I mentioned on the first gameplay, and here, this is what I was also talking on the first gameplay, the security screening area. Even when you're all the way back there, you'll still be able to get some kills from time to time being all the way back there. But yeah, so I needed to reload, so I went all the way back to the behind the security point area to go ahead and do so. Also, as I mentioned on the first gameplay, you see where all my teammates were, so that pretty much told me that the enemy was about to be spawning behind the security checkpoint area. So you see me get my kills and you see me move along. Now another thing that I would recommend you doing, even though you haven't seen me do it in this game, which I normally do, but for some reason I made the mistake and not do so much in this gameplay, is pick up a second weapon. You see me moving along all these other weapons. Well, at this particular moment I didn't have any time though, but you see I only got one round left, and I already knew that I was going to die because I needed to reload. Had I picked up a weapon earlier, I would have been able to switch over and be able to have a chance to at least win the match and continue going on my streaks. So pick up a second weapon whenever you get a chance, and you see me still not doing it, and that's a big mistake that I've made. So just learn from that mistake of mine. And you see me focus back on the shuttle area, on the shuttle gate area, and you see them still coming towards that area. So yes, this particular spot you will be able to get a lot of kills. Now when you're playing by yourself, see right now I see all my teammates to my left, so there's no need to be checking my left side, but it's just a matter of just looking in front of the shuttle gate area, and once your teammates are all the way in front of you, then it's time to go towards the backside entrance of this room and start looking towards your left. Now here in just a moment you'll see me make another mistake. You'll see somebody run towards this direction. He saw that I barely hit him, but I did not kill him. What I should have done is I should have stayed where I was at, be looking in that direction where my sentry gun was, and wait for him to come around the corner and me shoot him. Instead, I tried to put my mini turret thinking that I would go ahead and kill him, and I should have just gone with my first instinct. So just learn when to engage, learn when to fall back. Like right now, for example, look at the direction that I'm looking at, and that's because I saw that my teammates were on my left side and my other teammate went to my right side, so there was only one direction for me to look at and worry about, and that's how I ended up getting that kill. So it's just a matter of learning how to position yourself in a way where you're going to be having the advantage most of the time. So you basically see the area that I let you hold down, and once again, what I recommend you using as far as score streaks is the UAV, shock sentry, and the third one, whatever you want. Normally I use the Warden in this particular map. And as far as, you know, weapons, I would say any assault rifle or LMG that you're comfortable with. Other than that, you know, if you have any space, use a cryo mine so that you can go ahead and place to give you warning when an enemy is going to be coming down a blindside area of yours. And so yeah, so this is once again how I camp this area. You know, let me know what you guys think, and if you end up, you know, giving this area a try, let me know how it worked out for you. If you tried the setups, the score streaks, the type of weapon that I suggested for you to use, let me know how it ends up working out for you guys. You know, hopefully you guys end up, you know, finding this video and gameplay helpful. Thank you so much once again for taking the time to check out this video. Once again, happy New Year's to everybody, and I will catch you all soon. And as you can see, I ended up going 28-3 in this Core Team Deathmatch. So thanks again, and I will catch you all soon.